What are you breaking my balls for? All right, it's about that time for another episode of Breakin Ballz. I'm your host for the evening, Johnny P. Sitting on my right is my good friend, co-host, Lou Martini Jr.
Always good to be here, John, with my dear, dear friend, the wise guy of rock and roll for many, many years.
Thank you, sir.
One of the fantastic drummers in the business who doesn't drum that much anymore.
Well,
we got to get you back in a band.
Well, listen,
I want to get you back in a band.
I want a band, and we were talking to Eddie Tester and all the good, Shorty Long and Killer Joe. It's hard to get a good chemistry, and in our age, everybody's godfathered in with all the good players.
But I can't tell you how many bad copy bands do you see out there today. They're just we're saturated with bad bands.
Oh, terrible!
And you're a hell of a drummer. I want to see you with a good band. Thank you.
Put it this way: I always practice. Not as right now my drums are in storage because I moved.
At the time of this taping, of course, we're dealing with the wildfires in Los Angeles, and first of all, our prayers and thoughts go out to everybody out there. John and I have some friends out there.
A lot of friends.
Thank God everybody's okay.
Yeah, thank God.
That we know personally.
That we know, yeah.
You know, but again, it just goes back to the mismanagement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unconscionable to think that there was reservoirs that were empty.
Yeah.
50% of the fire hydrants didn't have
Tell
water.
me about it.
It's just, and remember they had a big fire 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And they knew the winds were coming. Remember, this is all forecast. I mean, the weather and the winds, they know the Santa Ana winds are coming. And again, the city was so woefully unprepared. And if you look at the budget they spent, you look at the money they spent on DEI last year.
Yeah.
Look at the money they pulled from the fire department. Again, it's mismanagement upon mismanagement upon mismanagement. And don't get me started with Hollywood in general. You know, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, producer, so I deal with it every day. You know, it's a very, very selfish self-gratification. The glamour and the glitz is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me there's any more Robert Mitchums out there. Or Audrey Hepburn.
Sean
or people
Connery.
like that. You know, Sean Connery. These guys
John
were
Voight.
actors and actresses. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done. So,
Humphrey Bogart.
and I'm living it. So what am I going to do?
Listen, it's very sad, and a lot of the actors that are not on the top, and they're like humble enough, and they work, and they're famous, but they're very low key. They mind their business. And look at Al Pacino, one of the top dogs. He minds his business.
Yeah,
you never hear about him.
Yeah,
and then you get all these guys, and it's like, and then we're going to bring on our guests because we want to take a negative to the positive, but love De Niro. You get De Niro's. You get all these people that are crying.
Well, the thing, John, is the people that are quiet
yeah.
are probably conservatives, and they realize that as a conservative in this business, if you open your mouth, there's a good chance if you're not getting hired.
Yeah, but look there. I'm going to move. Everyone wants to move. Oprah wants to move. Ellen wants to move. So move. I go, but listen, if I don't like someone, I'm not moving because I don't like them. I'm going to go move closer to them before they even piss them off even more. You know, listen.
Exactly. When Johnny P moves to the neighborhood, there goes the neighborhood.
Listen, it's a very stressful thing, and I'm just a local known guy underground, and I've been grinding it for years. And the music business back in the day, I grinded it to the bone. But even on the level, whatever level I'm at, there's a lot of stress and aggravation when it comes to a point where you got to get off that level, because when things don't change, they won't change until you make a change. So
and our guest today is probably dealing with the same stuff that I dealt with back when I was doing stand-up back in the late 80s and stuff like that. John, please, he's a good-looking guy, young, talented guy.
Listen,
I'm sure he wants to break some balls about what he's going through in the stand-up business.
I have a lot of faith in this kid. He's a good-looking kid. He's full of great energy. He's a hard worker. He comes from a great family, and there's just something about him. He's been on my Up Late show, so let's give it up for comedian Jason McLaren. How you doing, buddy?
Got it right the second time.
You know, it's crazy. He went from McLaren to McLaren.
All right.
You can't forget the face.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
What's going on, bro?
No, just working. I guess it's awkward to announce my move to Hollywood now. I shouldn't move.
Did you just buy a house in the hills?
Yeah,
is that
actually,
what happened?
yeah.
Jesus.
I did.
Timing is everything, right?
I liquidated my 401k, and I was like, you know what? It's time to retire. Let me move out there.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But we were saying, we met beforehand a little bit when Jay came in, and I was in stand-up back in the day, and I'm sure there's some balls that you want to break in right now. Hey, let me ask you, because recently I just saw a couple of YouTube videos. I mean, joke stealing and all that stuff was rampant back in the day when I was doing it. And now also you see all these YouTube videos of guys like Jay Moore, guys like that, people accusing people. Have you ever had a joke stolen from you?
From me personally?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I just feel like, as a comic, and me being in the business, now this is my 6th year doing stand-up. I always wanted to be a comedian.
You saw when you were 11 years old? Look at him, 6 years.
Well, 10, but I don't like to talk about my age. It was a rough Christmas for me, actually. I just found out someone really, my Santa's not real. And so, it's a tough one for me. Yeah. But, no, to talk about the joke stealing thing, I mean, listen, when I write, and where I come from as far as like my routine and how I, you know, represent myself as a comic, everything comes from experience.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot write something that I feel doesn't represent me, doesn't come from me. Now, granted, there's always going to be, and I think I was talking to you about this earlier, similarities. You know, there's always going to be, you know, as time goes by. It's the same thing with
There's actually a terminology for that. I forgot what they call it. Comics call it something. There's a term.
Yeah.
Where you're not stealing a joke, but you may have heard it 20
Mimicking
years ago, and it comes back to you.
Mimicking it? No.
There's a
I
term.
think it's gynecology.
No, it's
No,
not. It's
No.
But Google it. People that watch the show, Google it. There's
No,
actually
I know what you're talking
terminology.
about, yeah.
Comics say, well, I didn't steal the joke consciously.
Yeah.
I may have heard part of it 20 years ago or 10
And
years
they
ago.
reworked it into
and
their
I'm just
own.
writing stuff, and subconsciously, this is what I wrote. So
And it's tough because, like, you know, and you could even directly translate that to music. You know what I mean? Because you have so many artists that will write these songs and sample these songs, and sometimes they don't get that permission to do so. You got to go
Yes.
through this whole process. With jokes, it's different. I mean, there's no copyright on anything I write. You know, it's mine. And it's just almost like, you know, from a moral standpoint, it's wrong, but also, you know,
Unless
it's creative theft.
Unless you're copywriting every joke that you do,
Yeah, exactly.
sometimes it's impossible compared to your jokes, and the audience is a mixed match of old school and your crowd. How does it work? How's it go over?
Well, to be honest with you, I appeal to the old crowds, like the older crowd. I love the older crowds. I do, especially the older women. They eat me up.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they want that young piece of meat.
Absolutely. And I tell them, I'm not an object, you know. Whenever like a 65-year-old woman comes up to me, I say, listen, I'm looking for something serious. So if you want to marry me,
You got to say, let me see your
we got to
bank
do it this
account.
week because you don't
we
got
gotta
much
do it
time,
this
lady.
week. Yeah. and I tell them, I'm just trying to reap their AARP benefits. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to like.
Tell them you got a cousin, Johnny P, but they have to be under 50.
I will.
And he's the opposite. He wants to rock the cradle. That's why he's got the Band-Aid on his
He's
ear.
out of his fucking
He
mind.
got
Don't
bitten
listen
by
to
a
him.
12-year-old
believe it.
girl. What happened with the thing on your ear? Did you get bitten by a 12-year-old girl you were trying to hook up
Oh,
with?
12-year-old. Don't
Come
be
on.
clever. What did you-
Hey, 13.
14. All right, 14.
Don't
All right.
say, where's my name look
What
like?
happened to your ear?
P. Diddy? No, they gotta be at least 35 and over.
Yeah.
That's if I get
Because at least
lucky.
they'll have a daughter that's 13.
When I shave this baby face, I had a hair that sometimes pops out over here, so I hit it with this razor, and I sliced it. I was getting into the music, and the blood comes out.
How long did it take for you to come up with that?
To what? Come up with what?
That excuse. Come on
It's
now.
true.
Johnny. No, I believe you.
I hate it, but then if I did it, I would have the piece of napkin, the toilet paper there.
Yeah.
And then if it falls, and the blood's gonna fall on this shirt's pretty old because I have so many shirts. I preserve them. I keep them in plastic.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is 7 years old, this shirt, but I only wear it maybe.
That's not old. 7 years.
Yeah,
Old.
right.
I got shirts in my closet that are
That's what
37
Johnny
years
says.
old.
7 years isn't old.
Well, either that,
His underwear is that old.
and I'm wearing them tonight for you. Either
wow,
that
there
or
you
you were
go.
hanging out with Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Mike Tyson. But what's going on? What's up with all the hats over there?
Yeah,
What
so
you-
listen, guys, it's a great day. First of all, every day is a holiday in this country. It's National something. It's National Napkin Day, National Hot Dog Day. There's a National Hot Dog
Hot
Day,
dogs,
which I
yeah,
love.
you love that
But
day.
today is one of my favorites because I'm a big hat guy. Hats and watches are my things. So today is National Hat Day, John.
know.
So I wanted to bring in a couple of my favorite hats.
You got your fishing pole with you? No.
Why?
Because you look like you're going fishing with that hat.
What this? What do I got on? Oh, I got my Actors Gym hat on, which is my
very
writing,
nice.
producing actors group.
Okay.
Run by the great Bobby Moresco.
Oh,
The
nice.
Actors Gym.
Bobby.
This hat is actually from 1990.
Wow, it's
This
good.
is one of my
That's in
favorite
great
hats.
condition.
Okay, now
You
this
said
one.
1890?
Take it easy.
Yeah,
Take it easy,
No,
young guy. The white
I
guy.
misheard. I'm losing my hearing. So it's
That's a cool hat. That's
Now
one
take a guess. Take a guess where and maybe why I got this hat.
for a mob movie.
Close.
Or maybe Turning Tea.
I know the
ready.
answer. We were talking about it earlier.
Oh,
so
you
I don't
heard me
wanna-
say. Go ahead. So say the answer.
Rocky.
Rocky.
Balboa.
This is my Rocky hat.
What, is that a real Rocky?
This is a
replica?
real Rocky hat. This is a Scala.
How much you pay for
Made
it?
in Detroit. Who knows? But I got this in 1976 when the movie came out.
Oh, no way.
yeah.
cool.
I
It's from
very
that,
rarely
it's
wear
that,
it.
It's that old?
Yeah,
Doesn't
it's
look that old.
because I keep my stuff in good shape.
Hey, yo, Paulie.
Yo, Adrian, you stop this fight, I'll kill you. But that's my Rocky hat. That's a cool hat, right? Very nice. Then we got here. Now this, I found this down the Jersey Shore. This is a cast and crew hat,
It's a Fugazi hat.
but it's not from the cast and crew of The Godfather. I was
That
in.
would've been cool.
But I saw this down the Jersey Shore a couple years ago, and I had to have it. My Godfather hat, right? The greatest movie of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We got the
You look like
Godfather
Steven
hat.
Spielberg with that hat on now.
We got the Godfather. And this we got, of course, This is my game day hat.
That's the one you step on.
This is my game day hat.
Oh, yeah.
My University of Houston, my Cougars. This hat wins every game I wear it to. This is also from 1980. This is
See,
all the stuff is from like 20 years before you were even born.
So,
okay, what do we else? Oh, this is one of Johnny's favorite bands too. John Caffrey and the Beaver Brown Band. That's our boys.
They're not one of my favorite bands, but I think they're very good.
You don't like that? I thought you were a big John Caffrey fan.
Oh, no, I am.
Michael Tunes, the saxophone player.
You know me. I like everybody.
John Caffrey. That's an old concert hat. This is recent. This is one of those things. We went to go see Kid Rock. We spent the whole weekend in Detroit, and we went to the Motown Museum.
Oh, wow.
Amazing, amazing museum, man. Got to stand where Smokey Robinson and all those guys stood and
That looks like an old softball hat. Did you pay for that? Did you pay for that hat or what?
It was given to me by the curator.
Because I would have robbed that thing.
I got the VIP treatment. And then you'll like this one. What
There you go, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame hat. So what I'll do is when I go on a trip or vacation, I'm not a T-shirt guy. You know, people get T-shirts. I like to get a hat. I like to get a cap for my remembrance. So there's my Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was the cool thing about it was, and he's a big Kiss fan. He's a Kiss maniac, right? So one of the first things I saw when I went in the building is in the Kiss case, they had a flyer from a rock club that they played in my neighborhood that I saw them growing up in like 1975.
Wait, what neighborhood?
Coventry.
I was just going to say the Coventry.
Coventry in Sunnyside.
Queens?
They had a flyer that was Kiss.
Yeah.
Was playing Coventry.
you had, what's his name on your show?
Richie Scarlett?
No, the dude who wrote I Was Made for Loving You.
Oh, that's Desmond Child.
Yep.
He's a multi-billionaire.
Oh, yeah.
So
That must have been cool to have him on your show,
was
though.
dynamite.
I mean, he wrote so many songs,
He's a
so many hits.
and he's a sweetheart of a guy.
Oh, yeah.
And had so much fun with him. You know, like he was when I first met him, he was very quiet, very laid back. You know, he was feeling everybody out.
Yeah.
Then he saw me in action, you know, with everybody. And then we just started talking. He goes, you really got a New York City persona about you. And then and you're just a sweetheart, you know, really sweetheart of a guy.
I mean, to have that talent to write. I mean, he wrote, like, you look at all those hits he wrote for so many different artists. It's ridiculous.
I Was Made for Loving You, Kiss, Bon Jovi, those hit songs, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Love in an Elevator, Angel by Aerosmith, Living La Vida Loca.
Oh, yeah.
That's Ricky Martin went through
That's
the
one
roof.
of the great music videos of all time. That music video was
The Latinos.
Smoking hot.
Look,
know what's
do
money?
you dance when that video comes on?
When it came out, I did.
You know,
I don't dance so much more.
Oh, why not?
But back in the day,
I forget what year that was on, but Ricky Martin.
20 years ago, easy.
Ricky Martin was on General Hospital, and then he went on his career. Then right after that, they released Living La Vida Loca, blew him up through the fucking roof.
I have a funny story. So, like, let's take the Birds and the Bees, for example, right? I think I was in the 5th grade, and or the 4th grade, and, like, I guess they made it mandatory to, like, I guess they always, I don't know how it was back in the, what was it, the 50s or the 40s for you guys?
No,
but
no.
I'm just fucking.
I like this kid when he first came in.
No, but
I grew up in the
Jay. You're great on me, Jay.
the 80s, in the 90s.
I'm just.
You grew up in oh my God.
Wait, what did he just say?
He grew up in the 90s.
No, I went to high school in the 80s.
Yeah, so did I.
Right, so you didn't grow up in the 90s.
Well,
in the 90s, you were a man.
Well, that's pretty much grown up. I didn't grow up until about
You're
10 years ago.
younger than me. You grew up. Growing up, you grew up in the 80s.
He's using that Diddy
right?
math.
Okay.
That's what he's using. He's using that.
Growing up is like you're in high school, before high school. That's growing
well,
up.
the 80s.
Yeah.
But in the 90s, I was rocking in the music business, so I really wasn't like that 9-to-5 guy. I was still having a blast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you never grew up, first of all. That's another story for another time.
There he
But
is.
tell us about the Birds and the Bees again.
I remember, like, in that 4th grade or 5th grade, and we're talking like 2008, 2009. So not too long ago, but I got a pamphlet because they were like pushing you need to learn about this, and that. And
So what is this? This is in what grade?
I think 4th grade I was in.
4th grade.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
And I go home and I'm like, Ma, what's ejaculation? Because it said it in the pamphlet.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And I personally think that, like, yes, certain things should be learned at a certain age. Absolutely. And health class, for example, right? But there also comes a time where, it's a parent's, that's the parent.
The Bird and the Bees.
Yeah.
We didn't learn about that stuff until we were like in junior high school.
Yeah.
Well, that's sex ed.
And where'd you learn it? You learned it on the streets. You didn't learn it in
Yeah,
school.
but we had sex ed, and they told us. Well, yeah, but my father sat me down.
That's when Johnny used to hump everything
I
that
learned
moved.
that. I learned everything on the streets.
Yeah?
I didn't learn nothing in school. I learned everything on the
Well,
streets.
yeah, well, listen. Of course.
I don't even remember having a sex ed class. I don't think I ever had a sex ed. You had a sex education class?
Yeah,
I don't
No,
remember.
listen, but yeah, you learn it through your friends and looking at Playboy books and your father.
Yeah.
You know, all that, a little bit of combination.
Wait,
of
looking
everything.
at Playboy books with your father? Is that what you just said?
No, well, your father was watching. Looking at
Oh,
Don't make me sad because my dad died when I was young, so I didn't get to look at a Playboy with my dad.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry to hear
I would
that.
have liked to have done that. That would have been fun.
Lo, if you want to look at a Playboy with me later, we could, fine.
Actually, with your father, I'd rather do
You
it.
guys
Yeah,
just
okay.
spank. You guys just
okay.
fucking jerk it. You know.
I did a couple of Playboy movies back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah?
You can see them on the Playboy channel. They're what they call,
Were they radio?
Skinemax movies.
Were they
No
radio
way.
shows?
Yeah, erotic thrillers.
Get out of here.
I did two of them.
I gotta see
wow.
this.
I did one
died.
called Payback with George Hamilton and.
Oh, you're being serious.
I'm being dead
oh,
serious.
my God.
Well, I lived in L.A. I did a couple of those movies. They used to call them Skinemax. They used to be on Cinemax, but they used to call Cinemax Skinemax. Just late at night, 11:30, they'd put the,
Yeah.
they would just show titties and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
hardcore. So one is called Payback. What's the other? Oh, the other one is called Who Killed Buddy Blue?
Wow.
And it's about a porno director that gets killed on set. And real life, this guy was on that show, The Survivor. Remember Survivor? It's still on Survivor, right? It's a big show.
Yeah.
Where they go on the fucking island and.
How do you get hard watching these movies?
huh?
How do you, get around?
Listen, this guy was raping girls on the set.
Oh, my God.
I called up Entertainment Tonight. I said, look, the guy that's winning Survivor right now, I did a movie with him. He was raping girls on the set. They're like, you're kidding me. I says, I'll bring a video in right now of him doing the movie. They're like,
God.
really? Bring it in. I says, oh, but you got to give me a day's pay, right?
Yeah.
So they gave me my rate at the time. I brought the video in. They put it on Entertainment Tonight, the night that this guy had been accused of raping multiple women on the set of this thing. And he still won Survivor. He still won.
Wow.
He still
I
won
don't
the
know.
show.
Is Survivor still on?
Yeah, it is. It's still on.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep.
So many
Could
shows.
you do that, Johnny?
What?
Could you do Survivor?
Yeah, do it. Listen, you're talking to an alpha man over here.
Lou is not believing your bullshit right now. He is not.
Listen, Johnny-
No, I'd like to see him on Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
That's the
I never saw that one.
Naked and Afraid is they're naked in the jungle. It's like a Survivor
No, fuck
ripoff,
that.
but they're naked.
No,
They-
it's
they-
Naked and Afraid. Johnny Potenza edition is when Johnny's naked and the audience is afraid. Everyone
very
else is afraid.
That'd be naked and very afraid.
Listen, the girls would be all over me if I was naked, belly and all.
Yeah.
Once they see that schlang.
Well, it was great.
Oh, where is this show going? Where is this show going?
Johnny, thank you for having me. I gave it, what, 22 minutes before you started
Breakin
talking about
Ballz.
your cock?
Oh my God!
No, you guys set that one up.
It came out of your mouth. When we set up
No,
what?
it came out of your mouth.
talking about
Yeah, you know
slangs.
what it was? Me and Lou were talking earlier. I was like,
And it went in your mouth.
what could we do to get Johnny to talk about his dick?
God.
Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, bring up Survivor, Naked and Afraid,
Excuse me.
Oh God!
Johnny Papipi. That's what we're gonna call you.
So tell us some funny stories. Give me something funny from the road.
What am I, a walking fucking clown?
Yeah. What's the deal?
Was he here to amuse you?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of good
Give us
stories.
something funny.
No, fuck that funny shit. Give me a comic that you don't like.
Comic that I don't
Let's
like.
break balls. Come on, give me a comic that you don't like. And it doesn't have to be personally. Maybe you just don't like his shit. You don't like his style. You don't like his comedy.
A comic.
Like who don't you like?
So
Let's break some
a
balls.
comic that I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
is Garfield. I hate that. I hate that the comic. No, I'm just fucking with you guys.
I was gonna say who the fuck is Garfield?
Garfield the comic. Come on.
Is
He's
that the
okay.
cat?
Yeah.
Okay, I just got it. Went over my head. No, it's just a comic that you don't like.
But there is a comic
honest-
named Garfield out there.
No.
He's an African American
No,
guy.
that's
Yes, there is.
Godfrey. Why? Why?
Yeah, you're right.
I
You're
like
right.
Godfrey too.
Godfrey's a friend of mine.
Yeah, no,
Godfrey
Godfrey's
went
cool.
way to the left, bro.
Yeah.
He
Did
needs
he?
to calm down. Oh, he's on YouTube
Garfield,
making
look at that.
ridiculous statements.
See, don't feel bad. I said Garfield. So
Nah.
But Godfrey's stand-up is good.
he is. He's good.
He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
I think I told a joke. I tell this joke where I do a lot of fundraiser shows, right? And I told this joke where I was like, hey, and this is the truth. I did a fundraiser show with Larry and a couple other comics. I think Mo Rooney was there too, where we raised money to help this kid get in the Special Olympics. And I told this joke where I was like, yeah, I do a lot of fundraiser shows. I actually did this show for the Special Olympics. It was really cool. And it was cool when I told my dad about it because I went to my father and said, hey, Dad, listen, I'm performing for the Special Olympics. It's going to be great. And my dad goes, we've been trying to get you in for years.
Got you. That's funny.
And so like a lot of comics I work with nowadays, are some of those old school guys that don't care what they say.
Yeah.
And
like Bob Levy.
Which is the way it should be.
Yeah.
Bob Levy's like that.
Which is the way it should be.
I had that show that I remember I was telling you about that I do Patriot Lounge. I have a show this Saturday at this place in Stony Point called the Patriot Lounge, and the first comic I had there was me, Larry and Mulrooney, and we had an all-white crowd, and there was one black guy there. That's I swear to God.
Yeah.
And not just me, but Larry and Mulrooney especially, we knew that he was the only black guy in there. And we made jokes towards him being the only black guy there.
That's old school.
And you know what? And this guy that was in the crowd was the best sport about it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it was all inclusive. It was all jokes.
Yeah.
And that's how it always should be.
Yeah.
That's how you taught. When I was doing stand-up back in the late 80s, my act was all ethnic. All ethnic stuff. Polish jokes, Irish jokes, black jokes, and stuff like that. And when I was getting started, and you're learning the craft, because again, it's a craft like something else. The first thing my director would say to me when I was doing the stand-up in the show, my director would say, listen, there was a couple of black people here tonight. Make sure that you include them. So the whole thing was about is everybody made fun of everybody, and it was all inclusive.
Oh, yeah.
If you purposely leave a group out, that's going to affect them more than bringing them into the crowd. You made fun of the Irish people, you made fun of the Italian people, you made fun of the black people. It was about all being inclusive. I couldn't do my act today. I couldn't do it today.
All right, I'll give you one celebrity, right? Because I'm probably never going to meet him. But Will Smith, right? Let's talk about Will Smith.
Yeah.
When that shit happened,
Yeah.
one, I will say, when he slapped Chris Rock, that was comic gold for comedians to write material about.
Yeah. No one ever did that before.
No one.
You don't do that.
There's always a better way to go about it. Even if he felt offended by it, could have went afterwards and
Afterwards, you knock him out. Not
that
on
display was
TV.
awful. But it also gave people a right to heckle more comedians on stage and not in a fun way. In a
You see a difference? Is it you think heckling is worse now than it was? Yeah, really.
because people feel that they, and I sometimes I love hecklers. Of course I love hecklers because it makes me work. Like, I want to appeal to the mass. I will never target one side or the other. Like in my stand-up, one thing I never really bring up is politics.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, not at all. And
It depends who you are. Some comics can do it really well.
Absolutely. Again, it's all about inclusivity and making sure everyone, is having a good time.
Right
and you
now,
can't be,
as a young guy, I would stay away from it.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. If you want to make a name for yourself, there's no reason to go down that road right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I talk, when that Chris Rock stuff happened, like that, I talk about it being comic gold. I wrote a bunch of jokes about it when it happened, just because you have to laugh at that. It's wrong. You know what I mean? Like I would never in a million years like Chris Rock had every right to smack him right back, do whatever he wanted. I would have done the
No,
same
listen,
thing.
he did the right thing, but Will Smith is just a dumbass. That was a bad move. Nobody in the history of the Academy Awards
and
ever
prior
did
to
that.
I had, and I still do as an actor, so much respect for Will Smith.
Yeah, me too.
And it sucks that had to happen.
Yeah.
If you watch the clip, he originally laughed at the joke.
But look at all the stuff that's
And then
going
Jada-
on.
And then she rolled her eyes, and then I lost a lot of respect for Jerry Seinfeld because Jerry Seinfeld was saying all the right things about this cancel culture, and then he caught some shit and he totally walked himself back. I was like, why are you doing that? Yeah, he apologized.
Because it's all about money at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. He apologized, and I lost a lot of respect for him. But stand up is still crazy, huh? It was crazy when I was doing it.
Yeah, I dealt with a heckler a couple weeks ago. It was awesome. It was actually really funny. I posted a video about it. I tell this joke all the time. It's like my trademark joke, and I told it on your show before. I talk about my father because I like going out to eat. It's like my favorite thing, to do is like go out to my friends.
Yeah.
And I used to get shift for it. And my dad used to always have this saying, and he still does. He still does it all the time. He'll be like, you're going out to eat. We got fresh cold cuts in the fridge. And he'll say that every time I try to go out to eat, right? And I do this joke about it, right? And then I had this lady in the crowd say "soprasata," which is
Yeah, superstar.
yeah,
It's a hot salami for
the
you
hot salami.
Gentiles out there.
And I go in the crowd I go, I go, did somebody say supersat? And she goes, "Yeah, I made it for your dad last night." This is a crowd of 100 people, 100 people in there, and she screams that, and everyone goes crazy. And so
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But that's an example, and I want to touch on that. That's an example of good heckling.
Yeah.
Because you see like Matt Rife, for example. I got a lot of respect for Matt Rife because like he got a lot of flack for a domestic violence joke that he made, and he didn't give a shit about it. He stood by him making it, and he still sells out all these crowds. And there's always and I think more people, because of him, honestly, he's a big influence on a lot of up and coming comedians. That heckler route, because he does a lot of these crowd work, shows, a lot of crowd work specials.
As a comedian, you're never gonna please everybody.
No, never.
And that's the problem. But if you're good enough, you will get your own crowd that's gonna
Right. It's not
follow you.
It's about being true to yourself as a comic. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if there's certain people out there don't want to do it, you can get up and leave. You don't have to go to the show that night. You don't have to watch it. It's just really, really simple, man. But I know it's just really. It's a rough road, man.
Oh, yeah.
I wish you the best, buddy.
No, I appreciate it.
I wish you the best. And
But you work full time too, don't you?
I work full time.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, I want it more than anything. It's been my dream ever since I was a little kid, and I've been hustling for almost 6 years now, and I'm still going.
And you're young still yet, man. You got plenty of time ahead of you, bro.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time ahead of you.
I'm excited for the road. This is the journey is what makes it. So it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I think in 10 years when I'm back here with Johnny, he's gonna still mess up my name.
Even if I'm on national syndication.
Yeah.
Now, who's your favorite comedian of all time these days, right now?
well, you just gave him an oxymoron.
These days, right now.
The best comedy.
Okay.
Your favorite comedy
Of all time?
of all time.
Why do
these
you?
days.
Don't be my teacher. Just let it fucking roll.
I'm
Who's your-
making fun of you,
who's
bro.
your
Breaking your balls. The show is called Breakin Ballz.
Make sure you
But
get
when
a
I
hit-
break his balls, he don't like it.
I feel
when
like
he
he-
breaks my balls about eating hot
feel like
dogs, he breaks it.
Make sure you get a
And,
haircut before you wear those hats.
Yeah.
Okay, who's your favorite comic right now?
There you go.
My favorite comic right now. You ever heard of Jason McLaren?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's fucking
There you go.
awesome.
Clarity.
Good answer.
He's awesome. I have to be my biggest fan because if I'm not, who else is gonna be?
Now, come on.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite all-time comedian, honestly, God, Robin Williams.
Okay, yeah, he was great.
He was amazing,
It's a
and
shame.
I think from another comic that made fun of everyone. You know what I mean? And
And it's a shame that we would have never knew that he was the sad clown.
yeah, and he had I think he had that Lewy body dementia disease too, and it sucks because he
Brilliant.
was
He's a
brilliant,
great actor, too.
great actor.
Great actor.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies is Awakenings.
Oh yeah,
Really, really great film. He was great in it. He was great in
He
everything.
was great in
Oh,
Walking
yeah.
Mindy.
Great in
And
everything.
his first appearance.
and a
on
lot of
Happy
my
Days.
generation know him not from seeing him from Aladdin when he was the genie.
Oh,
'Cause of
yeah?
yeah, because
Oh, see, I never even seen that.
oh my God, well the reason why I bring that up is because you could be this amazing comedian and no one could even see your face. They just know him by that voice,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
immediately
yeah.
he just won the masses of my childhood, let alone
Well, listen, fellas, it's about that time. Jason, where can people find you if they want to follow you, see your tour date, website, social media?
Yeah, absolutely. I got a bunch of dates coming up in the Hudson Valley and Lower New York. www.jasonmcomedy.com. You can find me on Instagram. It's Jason McLaren. I'm all over.
That's it.
Johnny has seen my name on social media so many times that this motherfucker cannot still say my name.
I'm going to get him in the Clarendon commercial. I promise you. I promise you.
Well, last week I told him I came in. You remember Marlon Brando in Superman 2? That fucking Jarrell haircut he had? That's what my hair looks like right now. So it's like, it's perfect. That was
But
National
I like that hat.
Day today.
That hat's the best hat. I like that hat.
Yo, Paulie, your sister with me. We'll call you later.
Hey, yo, Paulie. Well, anyway, listen. I'll see you next time.
Yes, we'll see you next week,
we
my
got a
brother,
lot of
my
great-
brother, my brother.
A lot of great guests coming in the future, and as I tell everybody out there, we're still building this thing and still trying to find where we belong. But I'm Johnny P, and don't forget, make sure you bust somebody's balls this week.